Hello, Digital Dragons, and welcome to another issue of the Dragon Debrief. On this issue of the Dragon Debrief, we will be focusing on some important middle school updates as well as highlighting some of our various students. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, let's focus on those important updates for over here at the middle school. The first is our STAR testing update that will take place this Friday, December 1st. For those of you that are not aware, STAR is our benchmark tool that we kind of use to assess or kind of tell specifically where each student is at the beginning of the year, at the middle of the year, and also at the end of the year. So this will actually be our middle of the year test that we provide. And so there is going to be a huge push to do that this Friday. So make sure that you are joining your homeroom as well as all of your other Class Connect sessions so we can go ahead and get that math and reading portion of this test done. Next, with winter break fast approaching, we wanted to make sure that all of you were aware essentially of what the schedule is going to look like for the rest of this semester before you go on winter break. And the next Dragon Debrief will kind of highlight specifically when winter break starts as well as when it will end. But in terms of our last week of school, December 11th through the 13th, which is that Monday through Wednesday, you all will still have your normal classes. However, your normal classes may be a little bit different. Some teachers may be holding finals within your courses. Some may have already provided you with the final, but a lot of the other courses during this time period will actually be focusing on makeup work. It's meant to provide students with an extra opportunity to submit any assignments or complete any tests that they have missed this far, so that way they can go ahead and get their grades up. Next, we have December 14th. And on December 14th, which is a Thursday, each one of you will have a homeroom, which this will be focused on your middle of the year or your STAR test makeup session. So if you did not complete your middle of the year STAR session, then you will be completing that makeup session. Also, all teachers will be holding open office hours for each student to attend, primarily because this is the last student day to complete assignments. So make sure you put that date into your book because anything submitted after December 14th will not be accepted for a grade. And lastly, December 15th is the last student day. And to be honest with you, on this portion right here, essentially this is when you all will be invited to grade level celebrations. I know each grade level is going to have something different in terms of highlighting students, as well as just celebrating the fact that we made it through the first semester. So again, congratulations. That's phenomenal. Other than that, if you do have any additional questions, make sure to feel free to reach out to that homeroom teacher or myself. So other than that, let's go ahead and get started with those student highlights. So first off, we have our 6th grade student highlights, and this is actually Skylin Albertson. And Mrs. Clifton, our 6th grade team lead and English teacher, had this to say about Skylin. Skylin is a breath of fresh air. She is witty, intelligent, engaged, and an all-around asset to every Class Connect. Skylin loves learning, and it shows. She keeps on top of all of her work and has yet to have a late, missing, or incomplete assignment all year. Skylin often helps to keep Mrs. Clifton in check with her grammar and adds the perfect humor to class. Skylin is such a pleasure and really strives to give it her all. We celebrate you, Skylin, as this week's Student of the Week. Congratulations, Skylin. Amazing job. Next, we have our 7th grade student highlight. And our 7th grade student highlight is Joe Mock. And Mrs. LaRue had this to state about Joe. Joe always works hard in math. He pays close attention and gives his best. Phenomenal, phenomenal job, Joe. Keep up the great work. And lastly, we have our 8th grade student highlight, which our 8th grade student highlight is Lily Rossler. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. And the entire 8th grade team had this to say about Lily. Lily is an amazing, hardworking student. She is taking algebra as an 8th grader. That's awesome. and still manages to keep straight A's. She comes to class prepared, ready to learn, and participates, and we are very lucky to have her as a digital dragon. Phenomenal, phenomenal job, Lily. And as always, go digital dragons and let